Talking about putting end walls in and doors. Here's my 14-foot door. It's seated with three 8x8s that are, they started at like approximately 16 to 17 feet long. And we cut and notched right here and over here to sync them together. Made sure they were square, tied everything down, and then from there built the frame all the way over the top and down. Everything on the end walls is 16 on center. What you'll see is over here on the back, we have a regular man door, and we have a 10 by 10 door, which will barely clear that, but that's just emergency situation to be able to get the truck out. That's on 6x6s and 2x6s. So it's 6x6 up, over, and down, and then 2x6 16 on center framing. And then on the outside, it's I believe it was 7/16 OBS particle board or chipboard for the exterior, and then we have Tyvek on the outside of that. We turned around and built custom doors for the 10 by 10 because it was hard to be able to find doors. And the other thing is if I ordered doors, it would be 3 to 6 months, and they couldn't guarantee that I'd get doors. So we hand built those. My friend Aaron Keelam hand built those, did a fucking amazing job. And I just ordered the cheapest door I could get from Lowe's for the walk door. And then, as you can see, we put a wood stove piped in just above the door, just temporarily while we're working in here, just to try to take the edge off the heat. Because right now we're primarily heating with torpedo heaters. And once everything's all done, on the other side of that door will be my office. So we're going to take that whole thing out, and this square right here, where that pipe goes through, is going to have a window in it, just to skylight into the shop from the office, and then it will all be sealed off. So that's pretty much the end walls. They're pretty basic. We went up and in to the arches here. If you look, we tucked into the edge, the outside edge of the arches, and then on the building, we actually had to build or cut special pieces, which I will show you one that's pre-cut right here. This is just to fit the edge of the building. So this is what a factory end piece looks like, or a factory end cap. And what we ended up doing, if I can get that to set, is we took the end cap and we took some flashing and built out the excess of the gap that we needed to cover for the wall. This is all covered in insulation, so I can't point that out right now. But this sets on the outside of the end wall, and then this bolts into the factory ridge, which, if you look here, it would be these pieces right here on the very end. We just did that just to seal it up. The back is completely done and all insulated in. On the front, we still have a few pieces left, but that's because this got tied into being stuck inside for the winter. So right now, we just have insulation stuffed in the corners and then plastic around that to prevent snow from destroying the insulation. So that's about it for the end wall framing. What I'll show you real quick is we turned around and decided to do a bathroom in here. So we framed originally everything in 2x4 and built this bathroom. It was literally the first structure built inside the building. So we turned around and framed everything out, framed the floor, had a guy come in to do plumbing, and he told us it needed to be on 2x6s. So we ripped everything down. I rebuilt the whole thing on 2x6s, and it's all, for the most part, built and studded. I'm probably going to end up putting insulation back into these pieces with plastic just to help seal the cold air out. Run insulation in the main wall, and then again in this wall. Same with this wall over here, because this is technically the front corner of the building. We have power ran down here to everything. And as you can see, I do have a light up here. This is at HomeWorks Bluetooth light. It does night light, has a Bluetooth speaker, and it's also a vent. In here, we plan on having just a toilet, shower, sink, and I feel like there's something else, but I can't think of. Oh, and our basin sink just outside of the bathroom. This also works really well as a temporary mezzanine. As you see up top here, we have some stuff stored. I got tires and stuff up there. I do plan eventually on running all the way down, or at least most of the way down with a mezzanine, just to try to pick up on some space. So on top of the wiring, wired into everything on the same circuit as the bathroom, I have a small mini computer, which is right here. And that just powers this monitor right here, and is run by this keyboard and mouse. And this is so we can turn around, and we like watching like the flight aware stuff. And I have IM responding for the fire department and all that, and it can all run right on that monitor. My buddy built this rack to hold the keyboard just so it's up off the ground and it's also out of the way. Directly below that, which is not in place yet, is where our mounts will go for our radiant heating for the floor. You can see the piping up here, and it's kind of like, all over the place out here. That the manifolds will mount right here, and we're going to build a box around them so that way nothing can damage them. We have some more plugs down here, and then we start into our toolboxes and all that stuff. So as you may notice, I have cameras randomly placed around the shop. It's primarily so I can turn around and see what's going on when I'm not in state. So if somebody comes in after a certain time, I get alerted. I can check the camera and call my father and say, hey, something's going on in the garage. Only thing that's caught so far is a kitten that kept getting into the shop. I say kitten, is probably a full-size cat. Kept getting into the shop in the middle of the night and turning the lights on. So that's pretty much all of that.